Welcome back to another edition of the TMT Agent Spotlight. I started this podcast because I want to take the time to feature some of our agents that are just absolutely crushing it, and I'm honored to be sitting here with somebody who has a pretty amazing name in Tyler Lueck, as he's better known for on this team, T. Lou What It Do.
Yeah.
So just wanted to say welcome to Tyler Lueck. Let's see if I get the right button. Nope, that's not it. This one.
Goodness gracious, it's overwhelming. You have no idea how many people are behind.
There's so many people.
You. Yeah, it is outrageous.
They were laughing at first because, yeah. Two Tylers, who would have thought? Right. But anyways, thanks for being here, buddy. How's your day?
Thanks a lot for having me. It's good. It's good. How about you?
It's better now.
Yeah, right.
Now they get to see you.
Yeah. We're going to peak in about 30 minutes, and then it's going to crash.
Yeah, the rest of the day is going to be horrible after this. So I'm going to enjoy the next 30 to 40 minutes here and have people get to know you a little bit.
Sounds good.
For those of you that don't know kind of the reasoning for the podcast here, I run a real estate team called the Tyler Miller Team. We're at eXp Realty. We have roughly 15 team members at this moment, and Tyler Lueck, over the past 21 days, has been on a tear. And, the things that he's doing in his business, it's really fun to watch. He's kind of definitely coming into his own, and it's starting to pay off. And so over the past 21 days, Tyler, you have been on 21 appointments. So you're averaging an appointment a day, which is everybody's goal in real estate, and you're actually doing it, which is really hard to do. You are also mentoring 3 of our agents on this team. So on top of your own personal business, doing an appointment a day, you're also helping 3 other people with their business, which is incredible. And you've gotten, it said 2 offers accepted, but I guess we can bump that up to 3 as of, was it yesterday? 2 days ago?
2 days ago, yeah.
There it is.
There you go.
I got that button right. Yeah. So, first off, congratulations on an awesome past 3 weeks.
Thank you.
Absolutely crushing it.
Thank you.
Tell us a little bit about it. Like, how's it been?
Well, over the last year, there's so many. The most difficult thing in real estate is getting the next client, especially after you do dozens and dozens of transactions, you learn how to problem solve and put things together. And there's so many different ways to try and stay in front of people or reach out to people to get more clients. And over the last 14 months, I've really kind of found what works for me and what I really like to do as well, whether it's business partners or people that I'm close to that are doing well in their life that I want to hang out with and spend time with anyway. And the last, 4 months of last year were so weird that it's kind of led to this, cavalcade of energy and busyness and so it's been great. And mentoring, I just love to do it.
Yeah.
It keeps me sharp, which is awesome. And it also, just to be able to, I had such good mentors when I started. I can't say enough about them. And I had to have annoyed them.
Who were your mentors?
So, Anna Dalby was one. Cassie Renette was a big one. God, did I keep her on the phone? It's absurd.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. It's more than you should ever do. But Sarah Melby has helped me a lot. So just a lot of Joe Worrells, man, he was great too. So a lot of really, really good folks. And
in this business,
it's critical.
It's tough to get anywhere by yourself.
Yeah.
There's always got to be somebody that's willing to kind of help you, pour into you a little bit. And all those people you listed off are great agents, and I think one of them's even a broker, right?
Yeah.
So it's great mentorship, and it's helped turn you into who you are today, which is amazing.
Yeah.
So that's awesome, and lots of things to talk about with you. So before we get too far into it, for those of you who don't know who Tyler Lueck is, Tyler, why don't you take a few minutes and introduce yourself, talk about maybe how long you've been in the industry, on our team, what do you do before real estate, and tell us about your family, what you like to do for fun, all that stuff.
Yeah, I'm from St. Paul. I went to Cretin-Derham Hall High School and started college at Nebraska, then finished at Winona State, and I lived in L.A. for almost 9 years. I'm an actor. I'm in SAG-AFTRA and Actors Equity, and in almost 5 years ago now. I did a show at the Guthrie and then at the Ordway, and I wanted to get my real estate license. So it's transitioned then, and then with COVID, there was no acting to do anyway. So now it's full time. I still audition for films and commercials, so it's a good balance.
Yep.
There, and my wife Amanda and my daughter Josephine, and they're just the best. So it's work and dad and husband life. It's real simple now, but it's good.
Because Josephine is how old right now?
15 months.
15 months. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Your life is pretty focused on obviously being a really good dad and navigating through those challenging waters. First when you have a baby of like, what the hell am I doing?
Yeah. Well, I'm 36. If I would have had a baby at 26, I'd have been that resentful guy that like, I just still had so much more I wanted to see and do and experience. Now I don't want to do anything. Yeah. This is as social as my week is going to be. And I'm just going to go home and be dad guy. Yep. It's great. It's fabulous.
That's amazing. Yeah. And you grazed over it really quickly, but when you went to Nebraska, you were on the football team.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So what position were you?
I was a middle linebacker.
Middle linebacker of the Cornhuskers.
Yeah. Yeah.
With those tree trunk legs.
Oh yeah. That's how they got that way.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And then really small world, Tyler's wife, Amanda, and I were childhood friends actually, which is just so crazy.
Yeah. I was saying your name around our house for like a year. Never clicked any buttons for her. And then I was hanging out with one of her brothers, and he's like, "Oh, we grew up with him."
And you were hanging out with Nathan?
Yeah. And Amanda's like, "What?" She still didn't get it.
Yeah, I know. I remember you telling me, and I'm like, what the hell? She didn't remember? You had to go to the brother? But it's super, super small world. But you got an amazing family. Yeah. Your daughter is cute as a button.
Yeah, I'm lucky.
And you're crushing it. So, so for those of you who also don't know Tyler, he is really good with vocabulary. We recently did an award ceremony on our team, and he took home a couple pieces of hardware, but I bet you the most meaningful one to him was the Team Vocabulist award for always just. He even said it like a minute ago. I don't remember what word. Oh, cavalcade. Just you always work in these amazing words that. Like we just can't compete. So to show off your skill set, I randomly found 3 words online that I don't know if I can pronounce, but I just want to see if you know what they mean. And I do have a way to use them in a sentence. To give you a shot. So let's for fun.
God, if I don't know all 3, that would be hilarious.
The Team Vocabulist Award. It's got to be tested. So the first word is. Again, me trying to pronounce this. Magniloquent.
I know. I've never heard that word.
Magniloquent. Here's it in a sentence. Magniloquent. Probably. See, he's already correcting me. In a sentence, it is the magniloquent sportscaster sometimes got so carried away with his monologues that he would forget to describe the action on the field.
Magniloquent. I mean, it's got to be just, really talkative and about himself. Would that be it?
It says, it's close. It says, it describes language as intended to sound very impressive and important, or a person who uses such language. So Tyler Lueck is magniloquent. He always wants to sound impressive. I'm just kidding. He is impressive.
That's great. Because loquacious, I definitely am that too, and that's just talkative. And
very loquacious.
I embrace that part about myself.
All right, so I'm going to give you a half a point for that one. We'll move on to another one. And again, part of it is maybe I don't pronounce them right. So this one is anachronism.
Anachronism, yeah.
Anachronism. Now, this one's kind of right up your alley.
Yeah.
Here's the sentence. A number of the film's critics complained about the multiple anachronisms in the historical drama.
God, I should know it. I should have a better way of... I don't know. I don't know how to describe it.
All right. It says that it is an error in which something in a movie story, etc., is placed in a time where it does not belong.
Oh, okay.
I thought for sure you'd get that one.
Yeah, no, I should.
Being
I should.
an actor.
I know, and especially historical dramas. That's my favorite. Yeah.
All right. So we got a half point.
Award revoked. See, the thing is, the secret is I really only know 12 big words.
And you just reuse
No
them.
one knows them, so they keep forgetting them, and I just reuse them, and I look, and it makes me look magniloquent.
See, there you go. I can't even.
Yeah.
I can't even. All right, last one.
God, please know it.
Besotted.
Besotted?
Besotted. Or besotted. But it's Besotted. He was so besotted with his classmate that he began to make errors in his work.
I think it means like kind of obsessed with and taken by.
We're going to give him the money.
Hey, all right, great.
It's actually pretty close. It says besotted means loving someone or something so much you cannot think clearly.
Yeah. Amanda, I'm besotted by you.
Ooh, shout out to Amanda. So thanks for being a good sport with that. I was just like, how can we show his vocabulary skills?
It's perfect.
It is pretty impressive every day. Like when I talk to you, I'm just like, man.
I am a word a day guy.
Mm-hmm.
The older I get, the more I'm like I just am into language and English. There's just 50 different ways to say the same thing.
You're an amazing joke teller too. I won't make you tell the joke, but or the one joke that Lauren still doesn't understand. Shout out to Lauren on our team. But yeah, you have a way with words, buddy.
Thank you. Yeah,
love it.
Yeah.
Okay, so moving on. So at that award ceremony, you also received another piece of hardware for best mentor on our team. I felt that was a very easy award to give. Ever since you've joined the team, and when you joined our team, you'd only been in the industry for 2 years, I think?
2.5.
2.5?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. I mean, you're relatively still newer in this business.
Yeah.
By no means you have 20 years of experience and all that stuff. And so some people might be a little apprehensive to take on a mentor role because it's like, well, I still am learning.
Yeah.
Right. And I think I'll just spoil it for you. You're learning every day, no matter how long you've been in this industry.
Yeah.
But for you to like join the team, uncertainty about how it's going to go, right off the bat, start to have great success, and then be willing to take on mentees, and up to 3 now, is amazing. And first off, I just want to say thank you for doing that, because it's impossible to pass on all the information that we all have here by just one person and myself. So like, you help shape the culture every single day with what you do. Now, when I gave you the top mentor award, it's because not only are you willing to spend as much time as you need to with these people, not only are you really, really good at what you do, but like, you sincerely enjoy it. And we've talked about this a few times, because I'm like, hey, I got another person. Do you want, can you handle it? And you're always just like, I love it, you know? And I'm always like, are you sure? And you're like, yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
So talk a little bit about what receiving that award meant, and maybe how you've embraced that role, and what does it do for your business?
Well, and I guess I stepped a little on your touchdown call by touching on that early, but it first of all, you're on a team for a lot of different reasons, none the least of which is wanting to have a good culture and be surrounded by successful people that push each other and that can help each other. And so if I can help people be better, that's a huge value add to them, but to me as well, and the culture of the team as a whole. And now that I'm crossing that 4 full years into my 5th year mark, real estate is counterintuitive because to the way we look at everything else, because it doesn't matter if you've been doing it 10 years if you've only sold 40 houses in 10 years.
Right.
Whereas I'm on like between 75 and 80 myself in under 4.
Yeah, which is incredible.
So it's just a lot of, and then the people I've mentored to another, 20 deals or whatever. So it's just a lot of experience in a short amount of time. So being able to share that and watch these people grow is amazing, because again, it's not about the length of time. It's about what volume are you doing and what experiences are you getting. And if you can embrace your mentor's experience, that just take it as your experience.
Right.
I've never been asked by any client ever how long I've been doing it.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah.
Ever.
Mostly agents will ask you.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Because they think that matters.
Yeah.
I've been in the industry for 40 years. Well, how many houses have you sold in the last 5?
Yeah.
You know, I think it's all about transactions, and that's where you learn. But I think a lot of people join teams for different reasons. I look for people that are looking to join a team to be a part of something bigger than themselves. Mm-hmm. And you are a perfect example of like, yeah, you could just join the team to, you know, get all the leads and whatever, and just like be all about yourself and not have to do as much, but you're willing to always like help and bring other people along for the ride with you, you know, and that's what I love most about you.
Well, it's just so important to be in the office around the other agents, other team members, and absorbing what's going on.
Yeah.
That's the market's been, I mean, it's been weird lately, but for the last 4 springs, it's been incredibly intense.
Yeah.
And if you weren't on a team, I mean, not that you couldn't do it or whatever, but it really helped me personally.
You would not
win.
have a family
life. It helped me win. Well, that too, and it helped me win a lot for my clients.
Yeah.
I think the last 24 buyers I've helped, I've only had to write more than 2 offers like 3 times.
Hey, you just got the offer accepted recently, and there was how many offers on that one?
I think they had 3, but it was in multiples. And
you were just in their face the whole time making it happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Polite harassment.
You know, friending them.
Yeah.
But harassing them at the same time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Or being the obvious choice, as we call it here.
If I'd been alone on my own the last 4 years, A, I probably wouldn't have had this particular client, and B, I wouldn't have known how to do it. So, and get them, they really wanted this house. They've been waiting for this development for 2.5 years for something to come up. So it was like
what are the clients' names?
Lex and Laura.
Lex and Laura, congratulations.
Yeah.
Okay. Moving on to, and you touched on it earlier just to finish up that question. I said, how does it help your business? I mean, it's holding you accountable. Obviously, you're having to be sharp, right? Because you're passing on knowledge to everyone else. Well,
none of us have like the market cornered on how to get business either. So if one of my mentees is doing something that I didn't think about to get new business, well, great.
Yep.
Or if they, you know, are coming up with a strategy to win, or a strategy to, you know, list a house, sell a house faster, or whatever. So I try not to have a huge ego about it. I certainly don't think I, know everything. But
power and proximity, right? Like it's just being surrounded by people. Mm-hmm. You're going to pick up things. You're also going to be held accountable, and that's what we need.
Right.
Okay, so let's talk about brokerages for just a brief minute. Mm-hmm. Before you joined me, you were at a different brokerage, and we're looking for a change for various reasons. Mm-hmm. But describe how being at EXP and our team has been better or worse, depending on certain things, than your previous experience. Like, what stands out to you about being here versus where you were?
Well, within not only being at EXP, but then within the North Star Alliance, the Fast Forward movement, mm-hmm. our team specifically, it's just being surrounded by such high achieving people mm-hmm. That you just can't help but absorb it and get better. And learn more about different strategies and staying sharp. It seems like EXP is attracting a lot of young-ish, hungry people for growth, and I just like that. Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with, as long as you feel good, be wherever that feels good for you. That's wonderful. But for me to be surrounded by nationally and within the state really high level achievers it just helps. It can't not help. All the masterminds, all the weekly Zooms. I mean, those are just invaluable resources. Mm-hmm. And being able to, reach out to whoever. If I see the McPherson sisters do a video and I'm like, oh, that's interesting, and being able to approach them and have them already know because of you who I am, and being able to work together in that way, and collaborate. It really is a good deal. Yeah. Instead of just being one guy on his own at whatever brokerage.
Right. And congratulations to you, because I believe, I don't know if it's official yet, but I believe you are getting your first business partner within EXP. As well.
Yeah.
That's a whole different podcast,
Right.
but that's a start of something amazing where you can be aligned with Liz forever.
Yeah.
Whether it's on this team or not, as long as you're at EXP. So that's really cool.
Well, and that's like you mentioned there, we could talk about each one of these things for their own 30 minutes, but the potential with the stock options, with the revenue share, I mean, it's endless. It's limitless.
Did you get the stock thing figured out yet?
No. My God.
We'll talk after this podcast.
No, it's just, let's stay positive. Let's stay positive.
We'll figure this out.
It's too embarrassing.
Oh my gosh.
The man hours I'm putting into this business.
We'll get it.
It's just ridiculous.
But I mean, it's powerful though. Like the reason why you're wanting to get that done is, I mean, we're seeing the stock prices tick up, and it's like, okay, so now I'm getting paid to be at EXP, which is literally like, that's what it is.
Yeah.
You're being paid to be here now. The cap doesn't even matter. Like, so we'll get that figured out.
Yeah. Discounted stock options. And if it grows even close to what they're projecting, it's just going to be a really positive deal.
Okay. A retirement someday from a broker too, would have thought. Okay, so transitioning from EXP to like our team specifically here at the Tyler Miller team, we are, we've been constantly, top in our city of Blaine here. We've been top 3 or 2 in Anoka County. We've been top 25 in the Twin Cities. Like all those things are great, right? But talk more about like, what are your favorite parts of being here specifically on the team?
Well, that was a huge draw. I mean, reputation. I have no interest in starting my own team.
He's one of the smart ones, ladies and gentlemen.
Maybe I'll get hit on the head in 10 years and want to do it, but I just don't have any motivation to do it. So I want to be somewhere where the reputation is there, not developing or, see how it goes, is stable within that an enormous part of the metro area. So that was a big thing as well, so that there's already an established name for people to reach out and not only have a good reputation, but also to get business.
And it kind of sounds like your name.
Yeah, right.
If you say it fast enough.
Right.
Tyler Lueck. Sounds like Tyler Miller, kind of.
Yeah.
Like they don't know.
Yeah, right. I have had a couple of looks where they're like, what's your last name?
I know.
Yeah. No, it's not. Yeah, it's not that name. But that was big. And then just culture-wise, I need to be at a place that's collaborative, and that growth and development are always a cornerstone deal. People are helping each other grow. That kind of positivity and mindset is just a really big deal for me. And you see it with everybody here. There's not anybody here that I don't feel comfortable calling right now to talk about something or ask a question or ask a favor or whatever.
Yep.
So, and everybody's sharp and motivated, and it's just a really good culture in that regard. I didn't know that coming in. I mean, I didn't know any of the other people. I just knew you. We met 5 times.
We did, yeah.
Or talked on the phone 5 times for almost 10 hours. That was pretty staggering to me, that you would have that kind of would be that giving to someone who's not even on your team yet. So that told me a lot about who you were, and because that's how annoying I am. I just needed to know that I don't want to hop around and be at a bunch of teams. I really want to avoid that.
Yep.
And so that was just what I needed to know is who you were, and that was why I'm here.
And then you got here and it was just all a lie.
I hate everything about it.
Haven't talked to you since.
Hate being here now.
This is our first time talking in the last 2 years.
You sound different.
Yeah. No, yeah. Those are all, I mean, I think culture is a huge thing on our team, and every single team talks about culture, but it's not for everybody. Our team, that's for damn sure. We like to have fun, but we also work really hard, and we don't mess around either. Like, we're here to work. There's no part-time agents allowed. There's none of that stuff. So like, I think it's an environment you can thrive in, but it's also people care. It's fun.
Yeah.
That type of stuff. And every now and then you talk to your team leader every 2 years. So
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Okay, couple other questions. Second to last question. What has been your biggest struggle so far? Just like you can say maybe within the last year, and then also like in your career, like what's the biggest struggle?
I would probably say the not being afraid to ask someone for business. Mm-hmm. There's nothing wrong with it if you do it in a upstanding, polite
approachable way. Yeah.
But it's not something that needs to be skirted around. And once you realize that not everyone understands how the business works, mm-hmm. it's okay to say to your clients, listen, I loved working with you. Who do you know that's looking to buy in the next year? Because I'd like to, help a few more people or whatever. And that's kind of a mental breakthrough that, as polite Minnesotans, you just that's a big deal.
Yeah.
You think that you're I don't know, annoying people or right. whatever. And it doesn't have to be. You can be annoying. That's for
Absolutely.
sure.
There's a bad way to do it.
There's a bad way to do it, but you don't need to drag it on and on. But just being able to say to someone, referrals are a cornerstone of my business. I really like helping people. And who do you know, or if you know someone, or however you phrase it, it's best to say like, who do you know now? But and then leave it. And that is all that has to be.
So that was a big mental struggle right away of just like maybe not feeling like you've earned the right to ask.
Totally. Yeah.
And it's something that I think most salespeople in general just struggle with. Like, you don't want to come off as pushy. You don't want to come off as like needy.
Yeah.
But it is a huge part of our business because to compete with marketing in general online or throughout the city and stuff, like it's really expensive. Most salespeople can't do that to get noticed by everybody. So you just got to kind of ask. And so for anybody out there listening that, is not a real estate agent, like we are never too busy to help you. Mm-hmm. We appreciate the referrals and, Tyler and myself would take amazing care of anybody that you send our way and just know we want them. It's not, but it's, we understand that, there's a right time and a right way to ask,
Well, and this is kind of connects with why I wanted to come here, but as well. But I know this is obviously sales, but I love helping.
Yeah.
Like at a high level, I really work hard. And another reason I like being connected to who we're connected to is to know how I can best serve my clients and help them achieve their goals.
Yeah.
That's, it's not corny to say like I know it's sales. It's obviously how I make a living, but I love helping you.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's
There's
an
not
amazing
a sales bone in my body just like yours. And that's why I think we really thrive in this business and like it because it's our lifestyle. It fills us up, right? Like we genuinely like helping people. I'm sure you're like me where you'll be sitting at a table with a seller talking about something and you get emotional. Like you can feel for them or like you want to help them achieve their goals so bad because it's like, it's what they've been waiting for. It's what they've been saving for. It's what they've been working so hard for.
Yep.
So we're not salespeople, but unfortunately we fall in that category.
Yeah.
We're more educators.
Yeah. And problem solvers.
Yeah. Problem solvers. It's a great vocabulary.
There just are no two clients or situations or homes or deals or whatever that are the same. And that also that really gets me going. I like that.
Yeah.
I couldn't do the same. I'm not wired to just do the same thing over and over every day. The monotony of that is not.
Every day is different in real estate, which can be maddening, but it's also fun.
Yeah, especially and that's the now crossing 4 years into my 5th year, seeing it kind of come together that way that gets me emotional when people like say, "Hey, I'm so watch out for so and so they're going to reach out to you or whatever." It's like, man, that's. Thank you. Thank you. I can't tell you how much it means that you trust me with it. That was I started slow because I was just overwhelmed by the magnitude of just millions of dollars,
right?
And not wanting to really know what the hell I'm doing because I don't want to I want to be of value to you, not just like take your business and mess it up. And that's why now I feel so confident saying, hey, what are your goals? Maybe now's a great time to help them because I've got a lot of experience and can help you do it at a high level.
Yep.
So it's,
hit the nail on the head. I think that's a huge struggle for a lot of people, but any realtors out there listening, like if you talk to top producers, they just ask for the business, just ask for it.
Yeah.
People want to help you. They want to give you the business, but a lot of times they don't think we want it, or we're too busy sometimes to handle it. Right. And it's like, no, we want it, but we just got to let it be known. So, last question I had for you is, so we are currently in mid-Feb of 2023. We've been dealing with lots of changes in the market over the past, ever since you got in the industry, essentially. There was COVID and all that craziness, and then interest rates jumped way up because of inflation. Interest rates started to settle down. Now they started to tick up a little bit again. And it's just like, I've never in my life paid this close attention to interest rates. It's insane. Yeah. It's literally a new market every week. Yeah. But with everything that I've personally been seeing you do, like you're doing so many things right. So tell me what you're most excited about for this year in your business in 2023.
Oh man,
there's a lot.
Yeah. How to,
so putting it in perspective for everybody listening, last year at this time, you had some business going, but now, 1 year forward, when I would argue the last 6 months was probably the worst time in real estate for realtors in the last, I don't even know, 10, 15 years, whatever, before the crash. But you can look at last year at this time compared to now, and correct me if I'm wrong, you're looking like you're going to have an incredible year.
Yeah. The thing I really believe in practicing gratitude, and the thing that I'm overwhelmed that it's going so well. Like I'm seeing the fruits of the labor. Yeah. There's a reason that, 95% of business owners in general, but realtors, don't make it past year two. It's hard.
It's very hard.
Everyone starts because they want the freedom of the schedule and make their own hours and all that. But if you don't make money, you don't make money. So, and that's the gravity of that is sometimes like Q3 and 4 last year is like a little overwhelming. Yeah. But then to watch, I have more going on now than and in the on the burner than at any other February, which is very exciting to see it work and to change my family's life. Right. I never thought before I started this, I never thought I would make good money not doing anything other than acting. Yeah. So I'm grateful, and I'm most excited to have the growth that I'm seeing.
Yeah, and to kind of be candid or transparent, let everybody know, like when you came to our team, you actually sold more houses at your previous place, but a lot more of your business has started to become your business from your personal sphere of influence and your friends, your family, your past client referrals, that type of stuff, which is why I told you to come here in the first place, right? That was the big thing, was like, hey, I can help you run a sustainable personal business. And that's just not a skill set that most realtors in general even know how to teach, because they don't do it. And so like for me, that's what I'm most proud of with you, is like your business, the stuff that you have going, a majority of it is from the fruits of your labor. You're not just like showing up, grabbing a team lead and being like, yay, right, I'm doing real estate, when it's like, that's not real estate. Right. That's just whatever, getting lucky, I guess. Like you're putting in the hard work, 21 appointments in 21 days. I don't think I've ever done that. Yeah. Like that's incredible. Yeah. And it's going to pay off in a huge way. And there's not a better, more deserving person than you, in my opinion. Like you're doing everything right, and it's so fun to watch it like start to happen.
Well, thank you. And I think if to be candid, I don't have a business brain. It's not. It's
full of words.
I'm not.
No
it's
business.
Full of words and passion and
jokes.
Jokes. Yeah, right. But like I'm not a type A, analytical, like hyper organized person. So to watch starting a business, having an LLC, and all these, and just it's up to me to make to grow it. And obviously being on a team, it's I'm here for the support and all that, but to watch it come to fruition is just a like a dream come true, really, because it's the opportunities that it presents. It's obvious to say, but you don't know what it's like in my head. I just before coming here. That's why I waited as long as I did to come here, is because I didn't necessarily believe in myself to do that. So.
I believe in you.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. And things take time, but if you just stay in front of people, make yourself the obvious choice.
Yep.
And one of my favorite college professors that I haven't actually talked to in 14 years reached out the other day and said, could you help my daughter?
Wow.
And so I met with her daughter for a buyer consult.
It's amazing.
It is amazing. I love the woman, but
what do you owe that to? Is that like social media, you think?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Just
there's a whole nother podcast we could do about T. Lou, what it does social media. Compared to when he first came here.
Yeah, right. Between social media, I send out mailers in my neighborhood quarterly, and then just I've always been good at staying in contact with people, and it just gives me another reason and them another reason to talk to me, because people always want to talk about real estate. It was
a most interesting thing, though. The actor, the person that loves being on camera, would not put himself on camera when he first came here, and I'm like, it doesn't really make sense. You're probably really good on video, and surprise, surprise, he is fantastic on video.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, that's just and you're just somebody who, like, you always want to get better. You're always just like, I'll try that. Yeah, that sounds great. Like, I'll do that. Why wouldn't I? Like, anytime I suggest something, like, you're just the guy who I know is going to try it and probably do it better than most. And so, I just appreciate everything you're doing for the team, for yourself, for me, for our clients, because that's the most important. Yeah. And, it's a joy having you around on the team for sure. And anybody that's out there watching or listening, Tyler Lueck is an incredible agent. He's a better human being. And if you're looking for somebody to help you with your real estate needs, selling, buying, or investing, I'd reach out to Tyler Lueck. You're going to be taken well care of. And maybe one day you'll be like seeing him on a TV show or a commercial or a movie and be like, that was my realtor like 10 years ago. Yeah. That still is my realtor,
Yeah. Yeah. My NCIS episode rerun.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But anyways, Tyler, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Appreciate the time. And for those of you that have stuck with us for 37 minutes, I really appreciate it. And reach out if you guys have any real estate needs at all. We'd love to help you. Our team is always here for you. And I'll catch you guys on the next Tyler Miller Team Agent Spotlight.
Thanks a lot.